What up, y'all? Prince Sports, drink that coffee. Drink that coffee. Lakers doing battle with the Warriors right now as we speak. And it looks like the Lakers about to lose. They got to start closing these games out. They may not make the playoffs. The Lakers may not make the playoffs. And this is another problem I have with not only the in-season tournament, but I also have a problem with the play-in tournament because it puts teams that don't deserve to be into the playoffs in the playoffs. Now, if the Lakers and Warriors both make the playoffs after giving such a bad performance in the regular season, you're taking away from the team that actually deserves to be in the playoffs. Period. You're giving NBA teams a free license to play bad. This is why they take games off. And this is why they don't care about winning a majority of the games, because you put the stupid in-season tournament involved. I mean, play-in, sorry. Yeah, but that's bad, though. You should just keep it 82 games and let the teams battle it out. Because now a team like the Lakers would be like, hold up. We need to make the playoffs. If there was no play-in tournament, we got to win all these games. We got to take it serious. Now they bullshitting games because they know they always have a chance to make the playoffs because they don't have to win and take the regular season serious. Now, that's not me slamming today's players. For all you youngsters that get sensitive, the NBA rules in today's league suck. It's plain as simple as that. It's not the players' problem, it's the league's problem. All these extra rules suck. They don't benefit nobody. Exactly. It should be 1-8, period. No 8, 9, 10 should be given a chance to go to the playoffs. Well, 9, 10, you know what I mean. It should be 1-8, right? And 9, 10, and 11 because you get 3 slots or whatever. That shouldn't be. The rest of those teams going down that barrel shouldn't get a chance to go to the playoffs, period. Losing teams don't deserve to go to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? And that it is what it is. I mean, this whole week was crazy with NBA. So this is why I label it, are you really watching NBA games? Right? Because if you're watching NBA games, you will know some of the flaws in this era, and some of the pros in this era. Here's the thing about NBA eras. Rather it's the 80s, 90s, 2000s, none of them are perfect. But what is, some have more advantages than the others. Do you understand the difference between pros and cons? Right? So if I tell you in the 90s, it was 50% offense, 50% defense, even Steven, and true all-stars were all-stars and role players were role players, right? That's how it was. You know, now you got guys that may not even be really an all-star, but they get free advantages to become an all-star because the game is so labelless, right? You can't tell the difference between an all-star and a role player. You can't tell the difference between a good team and a bad team because of the play-in. And one thing's for sure, the rules have changed to help guys score more. That's just what it is. That's not me knocking players and saying they're not skilled, but skill is basically potential of what you could do. And if I give you freedom to do more, you're going to have more skill. I could literally name you like 10 different rules that took place from the 80s and 90s that don't take place now. It's up to you to decide whether you like it or not, or you think it's a benefit or not. But I could tell you this much. The game has spread open to make guys score more because of ratings. You hear the commissioner says that all the time. And one was on the rise in the 2000s. So the NBA adapted that. The same thing they did to the ABA. You had a bunch of black guys dunking basketballs and the boring ass NBA with a bunch of white guys. They took those black guys who were dunking, putting the ball between their legs and playing flashy basketball. And they said, hey, come to the NBA. Bring that style to the NBA because it's entertaining. A couple years go by. That's the same thing they did with the N1. Guys was dribbling and carrying the ball a little bit, doing flashy moves. So the NBA said, hey, bring that style of basketball to the NBA. Euro League. I mean, the Euro League had the Euro step. It had a lot of these moves, like you see Manu Ginobili doing, taking a couple extra steps. The NBA didn't allow that. The European players brought that culture to the NBA. Oh, hold on. Let me send you in. Did the Warriors win this game? So that's how it changed. One thing for sure, though, the league did not change and evolve into like today's players are flying on rockets. They're still humans. It's still an orange basketball that needs to go into the basket. Nothing has changed. Okay.
Salute.
Hey, what's up? We didn't came that far to a point where guys are flying in the air on rockets. The NBA is still being played in the gym, in the arena. Okay. Mm-hmm. This is not 2060 and cars are flying in the air. So let's stop with the okay. True. We're still in modern times.
So I agree with you about the playing. Because people need to ask themselves, if you have 82 games to make the playoffs, shouldn't that be 7 months? October, November, December, January, February, March, April. You have 7 months to get to the top 8. So if you fail to get to the top 8 after 82 games, do you deserve to get in?
No.
Hang on, I'll be right back.
All right. So, yeah. But G Money was about to cook on that play-in. Okay. Well, the answer to your question, no. If you can't make it in 7 months, get better next season. We don't need lower seed teams getting a second chance to go to the playoffs.
And I know idiot people are going to say, oh, if you lose in play, you don't deserve to be in the playoffs. Do you know how dumb you sound?
Right.
Yeah, dumb you sound. You had 82 games to get to the playoffs. Shouldn't that be enough? Right. And I don't want to hear... And here's what people need to understand. I don't want to hear, oh, if a team is behind a certain team, like for example, oh, if a 9 seeds behind one game with 8, they can have a play. No. Here's how no matter if it's by one game, no matter if it's by 1 game or 10 games, if a team wants more games than you, they deserve a higher seed. Okay? Why should they have to fight for a season? Even if it's by 1 game or 30 games, they want more games, right?
Right.
So if they want more games, shouldn't they deserve a higher seed? You had 82 chances to overtake that team, right?
Yeah. And I think the play-in is just another bell and whistle for ratings. Just like I think the in-season tournament is a bell and whistle. They don't mean that much, but the play-in really affects teams that deserve to be in the playoffs. Now you're just saying, hey, all that hard work you did in 7 months, if you lose this 1 game, you don't make it.
1 or 2 games, you don't make it. That's not fair. And here's the thing you need to think about, right? Here's what people need to think about. Think about the plane like this, right? Let's see if you have the whole school year to do a project, right? You have the whole school year to do a project or a report. If it's past the deadline and you didn't do the project and report, do you deserve another chance to pass that class? If you have a project or report, you don't.
No, you don't.
All year to do it.
No, so you don't. And from the looks of it, I don't think the Lakers ain't gonna make no top seed.
You had 82 games to get in. If you have 82 games and you fail to get in after 82 games in 7 months, why do you deserve 2 more chances?
Right.
That's not fair.
Well, the Lakers are gonna. What's up, guys?
What's up?
Yeah, the Lakers are gonna have to get into Harley though.
And the Lakers and the Warriors, if both are out, don't deserve to be in. You had 82 games to get in.
Yeah. They both going to be in the playoffs. Both of those teams going to be in the playoffs.
Oh, then the Lakers move up?
No, they're down. They're lost. They're 10th.
They just won though, right?
No,
they just
lost.
won, right?
They just lost
to the Warriors. They lost.
Yeah, no, the Warriors lost. The Warriors lost.
No,
the Warriors won.
Warriors won. So now they're 9th.
Yeah. So if the Lakers are gonna make it, they have to get in the hard way.
And I don't think they deserve to get in. If they don't,
I don't even think that's called the hard way. I think that's called the advantage because that means they was able to bullshit throughout the half of the season and still get a chance to go to the playoffs. That's not cool.
But it's still hard though. You have to win 2 road games. That's not easy, and they're do or die games too.
Exactly. I know they shouldn't have a chance to do that because what we're saying.
Yeah, but they shouldn't. Yeah, but they shouldn't even have a chance to do that though. Yeah, because they've been.
Yeah, but I agree with you. But I'm just saying though, winning 2 games on the road, do or die, is not easy.
No, we agree with that.
Yeah, so I'm saying though, if the Lakers are gonna get in, they have to get in the hard way, which is winning 2 on the road. That's not. I'd rather be more comfortable than playing 2 on the road.
They didn't get shy time. They bullshitted through half the whole regular season.
Yeah.
And now they still get a chance to at least even still go to the playoffs. That's kind of stupid.
Well, do you guys? The question is, do you guys think they'll get in though?
No, I think they get in.
I don't.
And the playing team.
Playing.
So even if they're.
Go ahead.
Huh? No, I'm saying though. Go ahead.
Don't make the play in. The Lakers will make the play in. I think they lose in the play in.
Okay.
How much times do they have to lose? They got to lose twice or once?
No, if you're 9 or 10, you lose once you win. You're 9 or 10, you're 1 or done. If you lose, if you're 9 or 10.
I feel like they're 2 behind. They're 2 behind 8th. I think the highest they could get is 9th. So they have to win. The first game they'll get at home. Second game they have to win on the road. Which if they're playing the Mavs, they could win that. But if they're playing the Kings, that's because the Kings are a bad matchup for them.
Right. So yeah.
Yeah. So if they're not, in my opinion, if they're a 9 seed and they play the Warriors and the Mavs, I think they'll get in.
Okay.
Why was it they play the Suns? A healthy Suns.
I don't see them beating the healthy Suns either.
The Suns, they're signing Isaiah Thomas.
That's huge. I love that move for Phoenix.
We gave him back a job again.
And he's still playing inspired. IT's still playing inspired for that team.
Yeah. Yeah, if they play the Suns, I don't think they'll get in. I think the Suns beat them.
Yeah, too many weapons.
But I think didn't the Suns improve to like 6 or something?
No, Phoenix right now is 7th. They're still 7.
Wow, I think they were like 5th seed like a week ago.
It's getting close.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, the Knicks are playing the Kings. If the Knicks beat the Kings, the Suns get 6 back.
If the who what?
If the Knicks beat the Kings, the Suns jump up to 6. They're tied. Sacramento and Phoenix are tied. They're even Steven. If Sacramento falls to New York, Phoenix leapfrogs them to get 6. Hell, the Clippers got to be careful. Because Clippers are only 3.5 from the Suns. So Clippers got to be careful from the play-in.
Oh, so Clippers could be a play-in team too, right?
Very possible. Then they're not careful.
And the funny thing is, the Lakers had their way with the Clippers this year too. So that's another team. I think there could be. I think if they're playing the play-in,
Clippers are a joke.
Inconsistent. Yeah, but 67 All-Star break.
But if they're able to avoid the Suns and play let's say they play the Warriors round 1 or the first game, and then the Mavs the second game, I think they'll get in. But if they're playing the Kings or the Suns, they're not winning that game.
Yeah, what y'all think about my Eagles? We get Kenny Pickett.
Hey man, forget Eagles. What about the Bears? The Bears are making moves.
Saquon
man, forget your Bears, man. They ain't even doing. Man, you gotta still prove yourself. We just got Keenan Allen and DeAndre. We got your running back. Yeah, I know. But hey, listen, man, we making the comeback though. We know.
Dude, and we have the number 1 pick and the number 9th pick. We have 2 first-round picks, number 1 and number 9.
Right, the draft didn't take place yet, though, right?
Yeah, I know, but we have 2 first-round picks. We got the number 1 pick. The number 1 pick.
Okay, I mean, hey, good luck with that. You know what I mean? You need it. You're rebuilding. Well, we was title contenders, and we just trying to get better now.
Well, no, our whole team is different now. We're not the same team we were 2 years ago.
So okay, are you going to put this on paper right now in front of everybody? Is the Bears going to be a legit team next season? Is that what you're saying? You're not too ready?
Guaranteed. Yeah, guaranteed. They're in the playoffs next year. Playoffs.
Ooh.
Dude, first of all, we traded for Keenan Allen. We got that guy.
You heard that?
Yeah.
You heard that, G Money? We got the receipts. He said the Bears are a playoff team.
What about you, G Money? Do you think the Bears? Looking at the moves they made this year, do you think they're a playoff team?
Man, we gotta get into the top 7 in the NFC. Hang on. Hang on. Let me think of the teams who'll get in. I'm gonna answer the question. Let me think of the teams who'll get in the NFC. Eagles. This is not in order. Eagles 1, Cowboys 2.
No, Cowboys can't be number 2 because.
No. I'm talking about teams.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eagles 1, 49ers 2, Lions 3. I think the Pats be better 4. I think Bucks 5, Cowboys 6.
I need some solid food in.
Man, it's tough. This Falcons, this Bears is tough.
Packers? Are Packers under?
That's a pack. Let me see. Eagles, Bucks, Pack 3, Lions, Cowboys 5, 49ers 6. I need one more team. I'll probably get the Bears a slide. I have a weird from the Bears get in. You may be right.
Okay.
I think the Bears are better than the Lions, and they're better because remember we beat them the second game, and the first game we just choked. We should have beaten them twice.
Good point.
So I think we're better than Lions. I think we're better than the Buccaneers too.
All right. So grade my Eagles off-season moves so far from a scale from 1 to 5. 5 being the best, 1 being weak.
I say
5
you
stars.
guys are.
4.
No.
I say 4.
4 stars.
It's not that great. 4.
Okay. How many stars you giving me? How many stars you giving me, Chi-Town?
I don't. The Eagles, man. Who like Saquon Barkley? He's old, man. He's washed.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
God. Oh boy.
I'm just kidding. No, but he's pretty. But I think he's not the same. I think he's not the same. Running. He's getting older. The running backs don't have. In the NFL, running backs have like a 4 or 5 year. Like their peaks are really short. Their primes are really short. They're not.
Well, that's always been the narrative around running backs for quite some time.
No, not back then.
5 years.
Not back like Wall Payton and Sanders.
No, I'm not talking about that. No, that's different. I'm talking about like Marshall Faulk. People said 5 years. Running back is legit for 5 years. So, but how many stars you giving us? Like 2, 3.5.
I mean, that's the only movie you guys. That's the only movie you made, and I feel like you don't even need a running back. I feel like you guys need some defense.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you on that too. So, what's your rating then?
I mean, out of what? Out of 5 stars or 10 stars?
Yeah, out of 5 stars.
I give it maybe like a 2.
Okay,
what about the Bears? Out of 10 stars, what would you give the Bears?
Well, I go to 5. That's probably
5. You guys kicked butt. 5.
No, 5 out of 5 or 5 out of 10?
No, we're doing 5 out of 5. Like 5 stars is the max. I'm gonna give you. I give you a 3.5.
Nah, man, we're making moves. Like, dude, we got 2 first-round picks. We got the number 1 pick. First of all, we're already a stacked team. Our defense is legit.
Who's going to be considered number 1 then for you? You take a pick.
Caleb Williams, hands down.
Okay.
Did you guys read this? Dude, he's projected to be the next like Mahomes. They're saying.
Y'all watching? Besides that, y'all watching Mike Tyson versus Damn, man, I just forgot his name real quick.
Oh, Paul.
Yeah, Jake Paul. Y'all watching Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson?
Probably.
Okay.
Who you got winning the fight though? That's my question. Who you got winning?
It's hard, man. I mean, Mike Tyson, 57 years old, bro, and he had stamina. He had stamina issues in his prime. So if it goes a distance, I don't know.
Yeah, same here. I think if Mike Tyson is gonna win, he has to knock him out. He has to knock him out round 1, round two. Yeah.
Yeah, it gotta be quick because Mike don't like long fights.
Yep.
You know, so he couldn't survive long fights in his prime. So, but yeah, man, I guess I'll watch it because low key, boxing's like damn near one of my favorite sports. I mean, I'm an all around sport guy, but boxing was always that sport that I just loved.
Wasn't Tyson gonna fight Holyfield recently, but it got canceled?
I don't know. I know he fought Roy Jones. Did he
win that fight?
That was like a draw. That was trash, bro. I mean, that was just they didn't even want to hit each other. Just two old guys.
I remember he was gonna fight. I remember he was gonna fight Holyfield, but then they got canceled for some reason. I don't know why.
Damn. Yeah, man. But
hey, if that fight happened, I'd still take Holyfield though.
Okay.
Who's your MVP so far?
For
what? For basketball?
From NBA. I got the list down to 5 guys, but I can't pick between them though, so I don't know.
I got Shea.
I'm going Jason Tatum slightly for me.
Okay.
Who has more wins?
Has a great team. Excuse me?
Which team has more wins?
The Celtics.
Oh, okay. By how many?
Let me see. I'm checking the standings right now. By how many?
Would y'all put Luka in that race or no?
No, I don't like giving MVPs to 8 seed.
Yes, me neither.
Celtics by 5 games.
Okay. But then I think Shea had the better numbers though, right?
You can make a case, yeah. Yeah, he does, yeah.
Me personally, I'd rather give it to Shea. I feel like I'd rather give it to Shea, but it's really close. But I think Shea had the better numbers, and the West is a tougher conference too. The West is a tougher conference.
True, SJ doesn't. I just think that JT's defense has been nice this year, and I just think his offense is taken to the next level. JT.
Isn't Shea? Who's leading the league in scoring right now?
Luka, right? Okay. Definitely Luka.
Yeah, but he's an 8 seed though, so he's not. We know he's not gonna get it.
Right. True that.
And he still has a chance. Yeah.
Oh, what do you think about Gilbert Arenas' claims that a 40-year-old Michael Jordan could have been on steroids? He was averaging 20 points a game, and then he said Mike was gambling and doing all this other stuff outside of basketball and still coming back, averaging 20 a game. So now he thinks Michael Jordan was on something. So
I think he's only saying that because people have been accusing LeBron lately of steroids. So I think he's just a pushback. Like, hey, if you're gonna accuse LeBron, why don't we accuse Mike? I think that's what it is.
I think that is a direct response to that. You know, you may be right on that. You know, so and it's funny. This is 2024, and
actually, you know who started that before Gilbert Arenas didn't start that? You know who started that actually? Guess. He's on YouTube. Guess.
Oh man,
he's associated with Gil. It was Lamont who started that.
Oh, okay. All right.
And then Gil watched his video, and then he said it on his because Lamont's the one who actually said this before. And you know how Lamont and Gil, they're actually friends. Did you know that?
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, so I think Gil got that from Lamont because Lamont started that stuff like a week ago after he saw people accusing LeBron of PEDs. So hey, I'm gonna push back and claim Jordan is, and then Gil, because him and Gil are close friends. So
okay, so they're like pushing the envelope. You know, I can't take those dudes serious. Well, I mean, I take Lamont a little serious because that's my boy. You know, but I don't know Gilbert Arenas, but Gilbert Arenas seemed like
Lamont was saying some crazy stuff. Lamont was saying that if he said if Larry Bird played today.
Oh, go ahead. What you were saying?
No, he said Lamont last week said if Larry Bird was playing today, he'd be Gordon Hayward.
That's a joke. Man, listen, man, you don't understand something. When you are great and you are all-time great, and then you get pumped up to the future, you get those same advanced metrics that the future is giving you, right? If Larry Bird was 25, 28 years old in this era, he would have the same offensive freedom as today's players have. He'd be able to do Euro steps, travel about 3 to 4 times, and don't get called for it. And we already know Larry Bird could shoot the rocks off. You don't need to have common sense to realize if you could shoot the basketball, you could shoot. Steph Curry could shoot today. He could shoot tomorrow. He could shoot in the 60s. He could shoot in the 70s. He could shoot in the 80s. It's a fucking basketball. It bounces. So if you could shoot, you could shoot anywhere. Okay?
Yeah,
so Larry Bird would be an all-star.
Dude, and then there's other guys like Charles Barkley couldn't. I'm like, why? Dude, Charles Barkley was versatile. He could play any position like 1 through 5. Why wouldn't he be able to play today?
Yeah, but even Lucas said it himself that, since there's a 3-second violation, I put it in my video. He said it out his own words. I wait for the big guy to leave, then I attack the basket because I know nobody's going to be there. So I'm either going to get the layup, dunk, or a foul called on me. That's how you get your stats. It's a very easy way to get it. There's nobody waiting there to challenge your shot. So it's easier to score. If you can't realize that by now, you're on something. And that's not a knock on today's players. I love today's players. There's no disrespect. It's just easier to score because you make the game that way. It's the rules. Okay?
Well, I will give them this. I'll say the role players from today are better than back then. I'll say that.
Yeah. I mean, you could probably say that.
Yeah, guys like D'Lo, Austin Reeves, those guys. I think the role players today are better. But if I have to pick the best 12 guys from the '90s and the best 12 guys today, I'm probably gonna go with the '90s though.
Okay.
But I will say the role players. I take the top role players in today's era over the '90s though.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing though. Here's the confusing fact about that. Those role players playing today will have a lot more freedom. Kevin Johnson would be a double-digit scorer in today's league. He'd be able to do all the things that the guards are doing. He have the freedom to do it. It's just a different ball game.
Kevin Johnson was an all-star. I wouldn't say he was a role player.
Yeah, I mean, for latter end a little bit, but yeah, but those role players.
I say guys like.
Here's the thing,
B.J. Armstrong.
Yes, but here's the thing. Even B.J. Armstrong will have like some crazy games that you'd be like, why is he dropping 16, 20 points a game? He'll have a season or two that he could do that because there's a lot of freedom. All you have to do is just give him the ball, and he can shoot the 3. So if B.J. Armstrong can shoot the 3 in today's era, that's all you need. And he was a good 3-point shooter back in the day. So those role players will get a little bit of advancement because they have some freedom. Whether they're going to be better or not, I don't know. But all I could tell you is they will definitely have offensive freedom because the rules give you that. Almost handy. There's almost handicapped defense. That's why Adam Silverman said, hey, we need to fix the league and make defense come back because it's just too easy for guys to score. If you can't watch today's basketball and not know that it's easy to score, then you're just a hater, or you're just not paying attention. When you have 200-point all-star games and 150, 160 regular season games, it's a lot of scoring. It's just because it's easier to do it. Why do you think leads go by so quick? You could be up by 20 points because nobody playing defense, then that lead goes by in like 5 minutes because everybody just launching threes.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing too, I think it's because
don't tell me you haven't seen 20-point leads go by in almost every game now. Okay then.
I've been more than 30 times this year. So I've been more than 30 times this year.
I think the other issue too is that you have these centers that shoot 3s, so it's easier for so if you have a center going at the 3-point line, that pretty much opens a lane for you. That's another, because back then you had power forwards.
Right. You had guys that played their position by what it was stated by, the definition. Now nobody does. Everybody just does whatever the hell they want.
Yeah, basically positionless. There's no really power forwards in the league.
There's really no position because everybody just do whatever the hell they want. If
Yeah,
you're
today's
supposed to
league
be a
is
five,
more. Yeah,
go ahead.
today's league is more
Yeah,
positionless.
yeah. Oh, without a doubt. But it made it that way because it's just so easy to score. It just is what it is.
Well, like I
Maybe
said though, back then, yeah, like back then you had power forward, so your 4
right,
and 5 couldn't shoot threes, so they're in the
right.
paint. Now you have 4 and 5 shooting threes, so if you're playing ISO, they're not gonna come help you because if they help you, you could just give it to the guy shooting the three.
Yeah, and G Money touched on this too, because when we was talking about defense, and G Money was always strong on the offense, he would always tell you, "Hey, you could play defense in this era, but it don't have that much effect as it used to, because all guys are doing is outscoring people. That's it, because there's nobody playing no defense anyway. You barely get people play. You get defense in the postseason, and that's not even that good sometimes. Sometimes it's just a scoring contest. It is what it is, man. That doesn't mean I'm not saying today's players are bad. I'm just saying they have more freedom to score. I mean, I don't know how much proof do I have to present to you. You got guys that literally travel, take 4 steps, 3 steps, and don't get called for it because it's allowed now. If you did that back in the day, that would have been in travel. You couldn't even do a Euro step or a step back. It's a travel. And you had to have the ball on top of your hands. Now I could palm the ball a little bit, do a little hezzy, and go back to my dribble. That's basically a travel. But it's allowed. So it's not, since the NBA says it's not a travel no more, I guess it's not a travel no more. So it is what it is.
You know what's the funniest thing I heard? One guy said, if I think it was Patrick, he said if Patrick Ewing played today, he'd be Clint Capella.
Wow. And man, that's just totally disrespect. People just sound stupid. I mean, if you're an all-star, man, or you're an all-time great, greatness transcends to all eras. I mean, you just find ways to be great. Because it's the same thing with today's players. If you put them in the past, they're going to get downgraded. They can't bring that same skill set to the 80s and 90s if they don't allow it. What, you going to let one guy get away with it and everybody else play by the rules? Since when? This is why I laugh at people when they say, you bring LeBron to the 60s. Well, if you bring LeBron to the 60s, he's going to be dribbling the basketball in a circle, just like everybody else. What makes him so special what makes him so special that he'll be in color and everybody else will be in black and white? He won't even be allowed to dunk if it was the 60s or 50s.
You couldn't even palm the ball like in the 60s. The stuff they do today is travel. You can't do that like in the 60s.
He'd be basically dribbling like how you see in that motion. It looked funny, like they're dribbling in the circle of motion and with one arm.
And those Euro steps, and hop steps and all that stuff. You can't do that in the 60s. It's the travel in the 60s.
Yeah, it wasn't even thought of. Guys wasn't even thinking about doing it. Even if they did, they know it would have been the travel. So why would LeBron be able to do these things if it's not allowed? That don't make no sense. So
and then go ahead.
Yeah, so his game would have been completely inspired by somebody before him. That means there's no Michael Jordan to inspire LeBron James. He had been looking up to somebody probably, in his era. It's completely different.
And then you look at the way Trae Young and Steph dribble the ball. You know how they stop? They literally, when you watch them up close, they basically carry throughout the game. Steph Curry and Trae Young both have a habit of doing this, but they don't call it in today's era.
See you later, G Money. Sorry, he had to go, but I mean we'll be back tomorrow. But man. It's just a change of the times, man. But if you're gonna sit down there and say a guy would do this in the 80s and 90s, well, you got to put him in 80s and 90s rules. No disrespect. It is what it is. He's not going to get those same advantages, but anything from the past will get an advantage because it's older. So a couple years from now, I look at in 2040 and LeBron's retired and somebody says, if LeBron played in 2040, he'd have a triple-double every game based off this rule. And we could take LeBron because he would be from the past then. And I say LeBron in 2040 would probably have better stats. It's just that simple, So it's not ragging on the anything from the past gets an upgrade, but you can't do it for the present to the past. I can't bring an iPhone to the 1950s. All right. Okay. So I mean,
watch these kids today in 20 years are gonna be like, LeBron would average 50 in 20 years, and like what 24 they're gonna say, LeBron would average 50 or 60 if he played today.
Yeah. And that's okay, because maybe the rules will change. And if you lose in logic and common sense, be like, man, LeBron will have a killing with this league, because they keep constantly changing rules. The only way it doesn't change if you don't change rules and you leave the game the same way it is, But I doubt that, though.
Hey, man, but I'm going to head out there. I got to go somewhere, but it's been nice
All right.
chatting up with you. Catch you on another one.
I'll be back tomorrow. I mean, I came on a little too late, but I'll be back on tomorrow, though.
Yep. See you, man.
All right, see you. But yeah, that's what I basically wanted to talk about. So all you guys that like disrespecting errors and all this other stuff, keep in mind, if it wasn't for those people, the players that you watch today wouldn't be expired. I got video with LeBron saying that the main reason why I'm an NBA player is because of Michael Jordan. So he was expired by Michael Jordan. If he played in the same era with Michael Jordan, he may be a Michael Jordan victim, a guy that just can't win the championship because Jordan stood in his way. It is what it is. Now, LeBron would have been great in any era, but so would Jordan. So keep it a buck and keep that same respect. Jordan is a top 5 player in any era of basketball. So if you want to make that case for LeBron, you got to make it for Jordan too, period. All time means any era. You do realize that, right? But nevertheless, man, I'm out. See you guys tomorrow. I'm outie. 1.